Yeah.
What's happening?
It's not just me this week.
It's not just you this week. You found some friends.
It's not just me.
You found me. You found Tiny Jesse in the back. Poor Tiny Jesse.
I didn't get the backwards hat memo today.
Well, you weren't on the
I'm
text
losing
message.
out.
You weren't on the text message. Unbelievable.
Maldonado. What's happening, baby?
I like Tiny Jesse in the back. You're looking good back there, baby. You're looking real good.
Bryce Jenkins.
I love it. So, what we're talking about today, we are kind of, any of you guys athletes, hey, be sure to listen to this. You need to listen to this too. But more importantly, who this one is for Lauren Miller, okay? For Lauren Miller. This one is for you. Now, it's for all the parents out there. This one is for all the parents. And I found the best parents that I could find and brought them with me today. I am an expert parent. I've been a parent for 4.5 months now.
You are an expert.
I know everything there is to know about parenting after these 4.5 months. But so I'm going to give you what we think, are top 5 parenting practices. I'm not even going to say top 5. I'm just going to say these are kind of 5 parenting practices that we see as important, that we see as so often get just shoved off to the side, but are essential to having a family that operates the way that you want to having kids that thrive, to having those family discussions, all those things that you say, hey, I want to have a happy family. We all want to have that happy family feeling good. These are things that as parents we think are essential for you to do. Because without that family unit, I mean, really, what else do you have? You could have money, you could have this, you could have that. But without that family, none of that means anything. So
you need the core.
Got to have that core.
Got to have the core.
Got to have the core. Got to keep it tight, baby. And keep it tight, keep it right, keep the backwards hat on. Nighty night. And so so we're gonna dive into that. Hey, Mike, what's happening? Hopefully you got that gear. I got your text message. I'm sure you're looking good in that. Hopefully when you put your shirt on, the sleeve didn't rip right away. So we're sorry if it did. We know that it will have a tendency to increase your biceps by 212% as soon as you
medium size, coach.
No, he got the triple X, but that's how big.
It increases
just because his biceps.
Because of his biceps.
It'll increase his arms by 212%.
212. So we're gonna get right into it. We are gonna get right into it. Parents, be sure to type in. Let us know what you think about some of these. If you have some of your top parenting advice, because I mean, I know I'm an expert at parenting, but somebody else out there might not be an expert. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm an expert, but these guys, they don't know. Anyways, so first thing we got to do, and this is parenting, but this is anybody really, is you got to put your oxygen mask on. Step 1, put your oxygen mask on. What is that? What does that mean? Like, what if you get on a plane? They always say, hey, if something comes down, parents, put your oxygen mask on, so that way you save yourself, and then you can save your kiddo or help your kiddo next to you. See, without you getting it right, without you getting it tight, without you getting it all squared away up in that noggin with your faith, your family, your fitness, whatever it is, it all starts with you. And if you don't get you right, you're never going to be able to help your family out, right? It could be like that with a coach, a parent, a teacher. Like you can only take somebody, a family member, a kid, as far as you have personally gone, right? Just can't do it. I can't take somebody somewhere and talk to them about the pains or the hard, the toughness of training if I've never trained hard. I might understand it like logically, but I don't know what it's like. I can't empathize. I can't be there. Yeah, you got to know that feel. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people get caught up in that trap of I'm very unselfish. I want to just help other people, but they do look past taking care of themselves, because if you can't take care of yourself, you're not going to be any help to anybody else.
Yeah.
That's more than just parents out there.
Absolutely.
Anybody.
Yeah. And you know who gets caught up into this the most I see? Are the mamas. The mamas. You mamas, you rock.
Mama gang.
Mama gangs, you rock. You guys.
They crush it.
Mamas are like a special breed. I love my mom. Like, mamas are a special breed, and you will put everybody ahead of you.
Yep.
Like, everybody, right? Absolutely everybody
Got to take
ahead
care
of
of you.
But at the end of the day, if you want to take care of your kiddos, if you want to take care of your family, you have to make sure you're taking care of you. And that could be, like I said, that could be financially. You got to make sure that you're taking care of your finances. You got to make sure that you're working out, your fitness.
Eating right.
You got to make sure you're working out. You got to make sure you're eating right. You got to make sure your faith, that you're holding on to your faith, that you're not just, hey, you need to do this. You got to make sure you're getting your devotional time, your prayer time, whatever that is. You got to get your sleep, right? Yeah. You got to make sure that you're doing all those things.
Absolutely.
First and foremost, 100%. That's what we mean by put your oxygen mask on. Dave, what's happening, baby? I see you, my dude. I see y'all.
JJ.
Number two. JJ, you get
JJ
right?
Circle's getting his mind right.
That's good. I like that. Number two, I think that we don't see a lot of times in families and businesses, but this is kind of towards parents, is communicating expectations, but then following through on them, right? I think the first part is expectations aren't communicated, and kids have trouble sometimes figuring out where the guardrails are. Like kids, we all been there. Like we try to push the boundaries, right? We try to figure out where those guardrails are, and we get into trouble when one day the guardrail's here, and the next it's over here, and then over here. Like kids want that structure. People want that structure. So if you can define what those guardrails are for your kid, for your family, and then follow through on them when, they jump across, it's going to make things so much better for you. Let's say we have a team, a business, and hey, you're not allowed to show up late to a game, or you're not going to play. But sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. You're going to, that kid, he's not going to follow through. It doesn't matter. Like, I can show up and I'm still going to play.
Yep.
And then everybody else on the team is going to look there and say, like, well, coach said this, but I can't trust him or her because sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Can I show up late? I'm not going to take this as seriously. Our family's the same way.
Absolutely.
We got to make sure we know who we are, what we stand for.
Set those standards.
And what the expectation of being a Miller is. A Linsenmeyer. Ooh, you got to be able to spell it first. A Morse. You got to know what it means to be that. And if it takes writing it down, it's probably going to take a family meeting sitting there saying, hey, this is what our expectations are. And this is the cause and effect of it.
Absolutely.
What do you guys think?
I agree 100%. I think as parents, and even coaches too, they have those expectations inside of them, and they just kind of assume everybody else knows what they are.
Yeah.
And even at a high level, let's say the collegiate level, you have to make sure that people know to be on time.
Yeah.
That this isn't the standard. We're not going to show up at 12:01 when practice is at 12. We're going to be here at 11:30 or 11:45.
Yeah.
But you have to communicate that. You have to communicate. How many baseball games have you been to that you see half the players sprinting on and off the field, and then the other half are just moseying on out there?
7.
And then the coach yells at them for not hustling, but did they really set the standard?
Yeah.
Or are they just yelling at somebody? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the standard is that there is no standard.
Right.
Right, and then that's how it happens. So if your family, go ahead.
And I think setting that standard is going to really set a foundation too, whether you're a parent or a coach, for that kid to succeed off. What am I scrunching here?
No, I'm just trying to get down on your level.
I appreciate that, guys. But no, setting that standard is really going to help set that foundation for the kid to succeed off the field.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If they're showing up late to practice and it's because they're sleeping in because they're playing Fortnite too late or whatever, and they're showing up late, that's going to set the tone for them maybe showing up late to their job later on. You go early on like, hey, we got to show up on time because that's the right thing to do. This is our family values. Then it's like, all right, you're putting them in a position to succeed later on in life.
Amen. And that's at the end of the day what we want to do. We want to set everybody up in our family to be successful, right? We want to empower them to thrive in everything that they do. And one of the best ways that you can do that is communicate what the expectations are and then hold them to it. Boom, I like that. Mike, what's happening, baby?
I appreciate all these hays and hellos.
You got a lot of hays and hellos over there?
I like that.
Coach Joey's a popular guy.
What's happening?
I like that. So there we go. That's 2. Number 3, I think this is one of the ones that definitely, and I know this one like I said, I've become an expert in parenting in 4.5 months, right? But
we have 4.5 months of parenting experience
out
of the three
combined,
of us.
Combined 4.5 months experience. But there we go. So all experts here.
Yes.
But what we're seeing, this is something that I like to read and study and look at. If you just look around, you'd agree probably. But it's always good to kind of have these things brought back up. One of the biggest things, again, in my expertise of 4.5 months of parenting, but it's already affected me, is you have to spend time with your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
Spend time with your significant other. What's happening, Galen? I see, baby. You've got to spend time with your significant other, right?
Absolutely.
Because that core unit, again, this is for you parents. Like that, you're the core, right? You're the core, and if you guys aren't right, the kids are going to feel that, right? And you got to make sure that you're spending that time having those good conversations, having that time like before it was kids. And I know some of you guys are probably sitting there thinking like, oh man, I don't even know what that time is. Like I don't even remember that. That's ages ago. Man, set date nights. Set those times where we talked about put your oxygen mask on as an individual. This is how you put your oxygen mask on as a family, right? This is how you come back together and say, this is what matters. This is us. This is the core unit. We are the core unit that has to shine a light to everybody else in our family. Maybe it's 1 kid, maybe it's 5 kids, maybe 8 kids. I don't know however many it is, but you guys have to get it right and make sure that you're consistently getting back to that central unit and saying, hey, this is what it's about, and then we can help take care of everybody else. And I know this is something, like I said, in 4.5 months, that's been so hard for Steph and I. It's been so hard. She's 4.5 months. We can still carry her around, but it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to even just ask, hey, mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, can you watch her for a minute? Like we feel like we're imposing on them, right? I know. I do the same thing, but you have to make sure that you spend time together. What do you and like Lauren do? I know you don't have kids, but
I was getting ready to chime in there with, just coming from me not being a parent yet. Lauren and I have very different kind of schedules. She's crushing her business. I'm here, from morning until evening, and it's tough if you're not intentional about it. And one thing we started
intentional.
We started 2 weeks ago for us, but also for our dogs as well. We're taking walks in the morning as soon as we get up, and we're taking walks in the evening as it's getting dark.
I like it.
And even if it's for 30 minutes, like it builds so much unity, and it kind of glues us back together after that long day.
Now let me ask you: you're staring at your cell phone while you're on your walk, right?
Oh yeah. I'm actually listening to music
while you're walking. Yeah, and podcasts. Yeah. Watching season. You listen.
Yeah,
you're watching Strong. Season 1 is Strong with Todd and Wes
Durkin,
and all those guys on there. Yeah. Watching Strong while they're walking. So no, but yeah, I think that's exactly it. But you're intentional. I think that's the key word.
Big word.
You're intentional
I love
about
that word.
it. You're intentional about it.
And even when Lauren actually mentioned this a couple weeks ago as well. We're sitting in bed and we have the TV on. The dogs are asleep, and we're both on our phones. And she looks over and goes, "Can we put our phones down?"
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Guilty.
But I think it's such an easy trap, though.
Oh, it is.
It's a real easy trap to get into. But if you just set that, okay, let's send our final emails. 10 o'clock comes around, we're done with the phones.
Yeah.
Or 10:30, we're done with the phones.
I like it. Boom.
And we set them off to the side.
I like that. Casey said I should start a podcast.
Ooh.
What do you think about that?
I like that.
Do I have a face for podcasting?
Yeah, we got good faces for radio.
Face for radio.
Yeah. Good faces for radio.
Do I have a good voice for
you guys?
Yeah. Speak for yourself, guys.
Speak for yourself.
I like that, Ivan. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. So yeah, well maybe we'll look into that. That might be a big thing.
That's a big leap right there.
That's a big leap. We might have to look into that. It might be a way to change the world. There we go. I like that. So there we go. So that's 3. We got 2 more for you. We got 2 more. Hey, appreciate you guys being on. You guys are firing us up. We love this Friday, 12:30. So here we go.
Yeah.
Number four. We think it's important to set family goals. Set family goals. This is something I see so many families not have. And it kind of goes back into some of the other stuff of set the expectations. But where are we headed? where are we headed as a family, as parents? Where are we coaching to, right? If you're a coach of a baseball team and your focus as a team is to win the World Series, okay, we know all the decisions that we're making are geared towards winning the World Series. But if my team is a fall developmental team, I could care less how many games we win because I'm just trying to get these kids better.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to make very different decisions on how I go about coaching that team.
Absolutely.
So as a family, I think it's imperative, right? It's imperative to know where we're headed. What are we trying to do? Are we trying to set my family up to win as many awards as possible? Okay, we're going to do a lot of little tournaments where we can get a lot of little trophies, and it's going to build us up, and because that's what we value. Or am I trying to teach my kid how to deal with adversity? I'm trying to teach them how to deal with the tough stuff. I'm trying to teach them what it's like to interview and compete for a job. I'm teaching them what it's like to, whatever it is. Hey, cherish the challenge, right? Whatever that thing is, to make a big impact in the world, there's going to be very different decisions that are made. There's going to be different teaching opportunities. You're probably going to go on different vacations. You're going to, woo, I'm dying.
Easy.
I'm getting fired up. You're going to teach
You're
them.
in red zone already.
I'm in red zone on the my zone. I'm in red zone. But you're going to teach them different things. Hey, we're going on vacation, but guess what? We're going to save. We're going to teach you about saving, and different things like that. So I think it's imperative, just like you set a fitness goal, parents, let's set a family goal.
I think one thing that, and it might be a little radical, but
I like radical.
I do too, because if you want different results, you got to do different things than other people.
Yeah.
You got to do radical things to get radical results.
I like
and one thing I got this from you actually is what is your family mission statement?
Yeah.
What is that? The business has a mission statement. A college team or professional organization, they have a mission statement.
Yeah.
What's the mission statement for the family?
Yeah.
You're the CEO of your family. What are you valuing?
Yeah.
If you have to write it down or type it and frame it,
put it up on the wall.
Put it up on the wall or put it on the fridge, and you're looking at it, getting fired up every day about it, then do it.
Pretty sweet.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Can you guys share some of your goals?
I'll tell you what, that's one of the things that my wife and I are working on right now.
Right, me too.
We're developing ours.
Yep.
Because it's kind of changed now that we got a daughter. It's completely
Absolutely.
different. Just the way you think is completely different. The decisions you make is completely different. And that was one of those things when I didn't have a kid. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I get it, but I didn't get it. It's completely different, and it's hard to explain
Absolutely.
that. And you parents understand that. It's just.
And Lauren and I haven't even been married a year yet,
Right.
and we're still working on it. What are we valuing? That way, when a kid does come for us,
Yeah.
from day one, this
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah.
This is how we're living. This is what we're valuing.
Absolutely. And that's if I were to have to, if I'm going to get real vulnerable with me right now and say what is my purpose and my family's purpose, so much of what I do each and every day is I try to allow people to experience the love of Christ and experience the gospel in a way that they never have before. And that's something that everybody knows that I'm a very faith-driven person. And I think a lot of people have had a bad experience with the church, and that hurts my heart. So I want them to experience it in a way that they never have before, whether it's through my interactions, whether it's through my business, whether it's through whatever it is. I want them to look around and be like, oh man, I knew I liked this. I knew this was different. I didn't know why, but wow. So that's kind of my personal one. That's kind of our family one.
Mm-hmm.
But we're kind of working it out. What are we? Who do we stand for? What are our
Absolutely.
kind of core values? So
I agree.
if I'm just being real open about me right there, that's me. At the end of the day,
and it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of time. It's not. I don't think it's a thing where you can meet one time for 20 minutes and go boom, 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 boom. This is it.
Yeah.
I think it could take a couple of months or a year. Yeah. You just don't know.
A lot of walks.
And it's going to change. I feel like it's going to change.
To clarify.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to refine. It's going to polish up.
Yep.
The more mature it gets.
Yeah.
So.
Boom. There we go. So we got one more for you. One more. Let's go over them again. Number 1 was put your oxygen mask on. Number 2, number 1, oxygen mask. You got to take care of yourself first. Number 2, communicate the expectations and then follow through on them. Let's go. Number 3, spend time with your significant other. Parents, spend time with your significant other. Number 4, set family goals. Where are we going? Set those goals. And then number 5, this is kind of a funny one, but I think it's something so simple that you can definitely implement starting now.
Right now.
But it's a game changer.
This is the easiest one.
Easiest one, but hardest one a lot of times.
Ooh.
Right? Family dinner. The power of family dinner. Parents, eat together around a table. No TV.
No phones.
No phones. Put them down. Get them going. Communicate.
Get fired up about dinner.
Get fired up about dinner. Dinner is one of those special times. Like it's a chance to communicate. We complain that our kids don't know how to talk to anybody anymore. Well, are we talking to our kids? Are we teaching them how to communicate? Are we teaching them how to ask?
All starts with parents.
Hey,
all starts with them.
Absolutely. Like, hey, how we doing? How was your day? Tell me about it. What was the best part of your day?
Absolutely.
What was something that you struggled with today? How are we going to overcome that? What was your favorite part of the day? Like, all those things, let's teach them how to dive deeper and actually have a good communication, a good conversation with somebody, because that's at the end of the day, we come back to that family unit. We need to know what's going on in our family unit. We need to know, hey, if our kids are having a hard time, we need to know about it. We got to read the eyes, right? We talk about reading the eyes as a coach. Like, you can tell if somebody's ready to take that game-winning shot or not.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can see it in their eyes.
Let's go.
We need to see it in their eyes at dinner. You're going to be able to tell, how you doing today? Good.
Yeah,
like,
good.
You know the difference.
That is such an easy response.
Good. Fine.
But, like, no, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean good? Or was it even really good?
Yeah.
Or is that just something easy to say?
Why was it good?
Might not even been good.
But it's probably not. It's just
so don't. I think we can add this one on to family dinner. Like, don't settle for those easy answers.
Yeah.
How'd your day go? Good. Did you get done your work? Yeah. You have any homework? No. Like,
Already did it.
Communicate. It's so easy now to pass. It's so easy to pass the iPad to a kid and just have them sit there and scroll and watch YouTube. That's why so many kids are having issues with communication as they develop and get into high school and college.
I agree. What do you think, Jay?
I love
Tanner Carson, what's up, baby?
I love family dinner, for real. There's a couple nights a week I'll come home and we'll have family dinner. We don't really eat dinner pretty late at night, but it's nice. We all go over how our days went, and it's a good opportunity for us to communicate. I think this is really neat too, because it's kind of cool how we're talking about this family stuff, and we actually did a family meeting this week.
I like it.
And,
that's awesome.
I like that.
And we kind of took it to that next level.
Take it to the next level.
There's some stuff going on. My grandmother, she's had a couple strokes in the past year. She fell and broke her hip, and we're trying to figure out how each of us can take some time off to be able to take care of her and just communicate. We all get caught up because we have a lot of things going on. It's like, hey, where are we at? How can we support one another? What are you guys trying to do? What are you guys trying to accomplish? So that, definitely the meetings with the family is definitely next level. And guess where we did that at?
Dinner.
Get fired up about dinner. Boom. So there you go.
That should be the headline of this video.
Hashtag get fired up about dinner. All right, that's new tag. New title. Hashtag
everybody comment in. Hashtag fired up for dinner.
Fired up for dinner. So there we go. That's our 5 things. Parents, coming from the experts. Like this is coming from the experts right here. 4.5 months of expertise right there. So there's your top 5 things that we're seeing that it can be some game changers that you can implement right away. If you have any questions on this, feel free to shoot us messages. I love responding to the messages.
Love it.
It's good stuff.
Instagram, send us some messages.
Having those conversations is what it's all about. If you have any ideas for topics of things you're wanting us to hear, this actually came from some of our parents wanting to know, hey, Ryan, what do you think we can do better as a parent? Boom. right there.
Rookies of the year. I like
there
that.
We go. Yeah,
I like
baby.
it.
So I like
that.
I like that. So there we go. Be sure to comment in. Let us know.
We love questions, guys. We love
your questions.
We
topics.
love to answer questions.
Good stuff. So
This is for you guys. This isn't for us. This is
all
for you guys.
So love you guys. 12:30 next Friday.
Oh, I can't
New
wait
topic.
already.
I wish it was Friday next week already.
Already.
But anyways, love each and every one of you. Thank you guys for popping on, and have a blessed weekend. All right.
Let's go.
Let's
Get fired up for the weekend.
See you guys.
Boom.
Have a great dinner.
Yes.
See you guys.